Morning all. It's Wednesday, July 29th, approximately 7:10 a.m. if I had to take a guess. I'm actually here to ask you guys for an opinion or for your knowledge for some of those GM guys. I am not a GM guy. I usually don't even pick the GM Frigidaires up unless they're a slide-out chassis like this. I don't really care for fixed chassis units too much, and I don't really see these too often. And I never see the Prestige with the pull-down front ever. I know one of the guys out in the Lehigh Valley has one. I know Phil up in Canada has one. That's the one with the fancy wood grain front with the Frigidaire logo in the top right-hand corner underneath the discharge vents. It has the same control panel like that. I believe this one here to be 1960s due to the blue tag and not the black tag for the data plate. Now, I have this grill here that I believed should fit, but it does not, and I'm not really sure what this is belonged to because it looks too small to be the king size chassis. And it does not fit, unfortunately. It's a little bit too tall. This unit's pretty narrow for a large chassis. It comes in, looks like exactly 26, maybe just a slight tad under. And yeah, only 16 inches tall. So dimension wise, it's not as physically big as most of the large chassis units, but it's a lot. It is, however, significantly deeper than average from my experience. And this thing is nice and desirable because it's 11,000 BTUs, high efficiency on 110. Now I'm wondering if this wasn't a Prestige model. Maybe that's why that grill doesn't fit right. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now it looks like it wants to, and it's a shame because this grill is almost as nice looking as a Prestige. Not quite, but almost. And I'd gladly use it. And it has the window kit, which is also a plus. Like I said, you go to freaking put this on down here to latch it in, which would make sense, and bam. And if you look, it looks like it should work, but obviously there's something not right. I tried flipping the unit up on its back to see if maybe the grill just hangs down a little bit, and it doesn't even really line up. I mean, it tries to, but it's obvious to me that this is not the right grill. Now, I never had the opportunity to own a king chassis, which if I did, I would, because it's a slide-out unit, and slide-outs are always, in my opinion, superior. So this is an 18. In fact, the only fixed chassis units I really mess with are the EQKs and the G and/or Hot Point Fashion Airs. So we got almost 18 inches tall there, and width. Now mine's a sliding door, slid down, so I'll go off the actual dimension down here, as you can see. Is 26, so the width is good. I don't even know what kind of compressor it has. I'm thinking it kind of has an AJ, like the ones I pulled out, the 11,000 I pulled out of the Wells Fargo, but they were 70s models though, and the grill wasn't quite as nice as that. But it probably has a tiny AJ compressor, like those other ones did. I think they were AJs. Or was it a Copeland? I think it was a Tecumseh AJ, if I remember correctly. It's actually 11,500 BTUs, but same difference. It's pretty efficient. And it's in great shape. Like, I don't see any Maybe I will slide this out of the case quick. Give me a second. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, it is an AJ compressor. That's an AJ, alright. It is in great shape, though. So I'm not going to junk it, obviously, because I don't believe in scrapping a unit unless it's completely beyond repair, which this one is definitely. This is actually capacitors new. Give me a couple hours with it. Get it cleaned up. It's a shame because you can tell it was never loved or taken care of. Kind of a sin, actually. And it stinks like bad, so I think it just needs a good cleaning. But anyway, if you guys have any answers to any of my questions or any advice you can give me on this, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to break one of my rules. I'm going to flip this up on its back so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pause you again for a second. And yeah, we'll go from there. And yes, it does work. I think I may have slid this out on Friday, actually, but I don't freaking remember doing it, though. Maybe I did. I don't remember. It don't really matter. And just like any of them, it is freaking ridiculously heavy. Like I said, it looks like it should fit. I think the king size is definitely bigger than this. Like I said, the only theory I have is this: maybe this is a prestige model, and the prestige models were a different layout. I don't know. If you look, nothing. The discharge tries to fit, but as you can see, I don't know. It's just, to me, all signs point to this not being the right grill for that. I don't know, I'm confused. Like I said, I can't picture this fitting the king size. I feel like the king size would be a lot bigger than that. Which is a real shame because it's actually a really nice looking grill. But anyway, in any event, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think of this here classic GM Frigidaire. One of the only GM Frigidaires I saw that I actually liked.